how do you know if the dentist is like,
I don't,
you need a new
Dude,
this filling's gone bad?
Dentists might be the best salespeople.
That's a great business.
They got you in the chair.
What are you gonna say? No, can I get a second opinion?
My tooth's hanging out.
No. Never know.
It's also an interesting thing as we talk about budgets and hacking it up left and right and right and left today. Like healthcare costs obviously going up.
Won't stop.
Dental insurance, that's like always like a weird one.
It's odd.
They always your health insurance doesn't cover it, your medical insurance doesn't cover it, but you can get this other dental insurance, but it doesn't cover anything.
It honestly, so I've looked through it and done the math on it. Like especially the older you get, because we do Medicare and stuff here. It's almost like why bother? Because it's exactly what you pay into it is what they give you. And honestly, when you go in and you don't have the insurance, they give you discounts.
You must be going to a better dentist than me. I try to haggle with my dentist.
Do you?
We won't put her too much on blast, but she also didn't use me for a mortgage. So
what a B.
Yeah. So, hey, that rate's a little too high. And I said, that cost for that fluoride treatment at $35 out the door.
Right.
Always jamming.
And you got reimbursed by the insurance.
Yeah. We'll leave. We won't try to rip up her business today, but we're talking today about hacking it up, hacking up the budget. We got the Quotron in the back here. We're
not locked in yet.
Let me tell you about the stock pick I got.
Market's up.
Aerotine. Yeah. It's this company. They got
Aerotech.
Yeah, they got some government contracts on some radar technology. But we're almost at the end of the year here. We're coming into Christmas season. This is a area or time frame where we see people overspend frequently.
Yeah.
And then you end up with the first of the year budget hangover, and now all of your New Year's resolutions are to get out of debt.
Yeah, like the people they get to this point in their mind where they make a decision and they're like, oh, but my kid needs to be happy. That's for me to deal with next year. And I don't think they really fully understand, or maybe they do and don't care, like what the consequence of like going into debt on a credit card. Which I'm guessing where you're going. Yeah,
exactly. Credit card debt, or just general overspending on things. Yeah, I know you got kids, and I think you got some nephews and nieces maybe too. Yeah. So this past Thanksgiving, I told all of my siblings, for every large plastic toy that ends up coming home to my house, expect next year that you will be getting twice as many large plastic toys. Like, how many things do kids really need?
We kind of made the decision that we're only doing experiences. So it's like you can make that decision, but for people who don't, what happens?
It gets messy. And we'll talk about this. So I think what goes on is a few things, right? A lot of times the people that get tied up in consumerism, I heard this analogy the other day that in budgeting, there's a category called the everything bagel.
Yeah.
And that's just everything goes in there, and then we worry about it at the end.
Yeah.
But you run a business, I run a business. We have people on here that we've talked to that all run businesses. Like, you don't have that freedom when you're running a business. No. And you should be running your household generally like a business.
Yeah.
If you're not breaking even, you have a problem.
Imagine if the government ran like a business.
Ooh. They'd have to pass audits.
Yeah. Tell you, I wouldn't pass an audit.
Yeah, my accountant's not a big fan of me either. But if you don't track these little things, you just end up spending and not managing things.
Yeah. Oh, it's $50 here, $25 here.
And I think one of the biggest ones, and no one watches the show, so we're not going to get sued for saying this, but the Costco Mirage.
Yeah.
So I hadn't been a member of Costco for a while, re-upped it this past year. And I can tell you that my food spending and grocery spending budget, I thought would be less, has gone up about 25%.
And why is that?
Because of Snake River Farms Wagyu beef jerky.
There's more to it too, because you end up buying instead of buying 5 pieces of beef jerky, you buy 30.
I think I saw you there the other day. You're buying a kayak.
Yeah.
I'm like, Adam, it's 20 degrees outside.
You can get a wedding dress. You can get gold. You can buy gold there.
You buy all kinds of safes and all that stuff. It's just this constant churn of, you think that you're saving money, but you're ending up. And Costco, they know exactly what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Why do they rearrange the store every once in a while?
Beautiful thing they do.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. We're going to change it up so that you can't rifle through this. Like right now, the one in Maryville, the meat is now in the back corner on the wall, not in the middle center.
They make you go all the way back.
Oh yeah, it's a racket. So
well, they're also like copyright infringing and all that stuff too, right? Like,
well, they just sued the Trump administration on some more tariff stuff, which we can talk about too. Other things that like you can just kind of clean up, right? Subscriptions.
Yeah,
we talk about this 100 million times. Like I ended up going through some stuff. You can go on your phone. You think you just go to like settings, and if you got an Apple, and you can go right in there, media and purchases, and pull up all of the stuff that you have. My kid bought like the MLS season pass.
He did?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
How much was that?
I don't even know. But like I'm like why are we watching like a
Miami versus
like the New York Red Bulls game or something like that? Like what are we doing here? And then like I didn't know I couldn't get out of it. And then like I go through and start looking, like I got like old ESPN subscriptions and all kinds of other things. Like that stuff, we've talked about that before. Like the average American's underestimating their subscription budget by about $200 a month.
A month?
Yes.
Wow.
Underestimating it. So that means that they're saying it's 100 and it's really 300.
I thought I was going to save because I cut the cord a while ago.
Yep.
No. Internet, I think that's like $80. Then you got YouTube TV.
You got $80 internet?
I don't know.
Man, can't live on the east side of 41.
Is that cheap?
Yeah, that's cheap.
Wow.
I think I'm at like 122.
Just for the internet?
Yeah.
And then you got HBO Max and whatever.
Yeah, then like you consolidate them all, or you figure out like, oh, like Spotify lets you bundle these things in.
Yeah.
But you just end up like going through all of this, and then the next thing you know, like we see this a lot of times. Well, I'm just going to save on toilet paper.
No, that's one thing I don't.
That will chap your ass.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Chaps my ass too.
Socks, underwear, toilet paper, really.
Yeah, but what goes on, right, is you just have this everything bagel budget that just it's all lumped in. You're not itemizing things out. You're not figuring things out, and you're a lot of times underestimating food cost and all these other costs, right?
Yeah.
And then you end up, right? Well, I'm just going to swipe it because I'm going to get points, or I'm going to get this other benefit.
Yeah.
And that's where you run into the main hack, right? And I think like from a golf analogy, right? You could tell everyone that you're a 5 handicap.
Yeah.
You show up on the course and people are going to figure out real quick that maybe you're a 15.
Sure.
Doesn't
take long. Maybe like half a hole.
Yeah. Well, when they see you 3-putt the first
tee shot.
I did see a great sign the other day. It said it was a par 3 and it said really easy par 3 as long as you don't go long, short, left or right. But what goes on, right? So what happens when you don't have the capital or the cash right away to buy these things? You're going to end up putting them on a credit card.
Yep.
So I actually borrowed a real world scenario here for someone that was a prospect in the pipeline. They had a credit card at $8,900 balance with a 24.99% interest rate. Credit card 2 had a $15,600 balance with a 28.99 rate. And then they had a personal loan at $20,000 for $14.99.
How long did it take them to? Did you ask that? Like, how long did it take you to get?
Do you want to know? That's a great question. So what goes on now in the mortgage world is we see your credit report, right? Like we see the balances and all that. Well, behind the scenes, when we run through automated underwriting, we actually look at trended balances.
Yeah.
To see, and that it's weighted.
So you can see a history of accounts.
Oh yeah.
Like this was the balance, and then all of a sudden it's like
for 3 years backwards. Yep.
Or is this like a trend where they're just doing this?
Well, that's what goes on. Is like it's usually like a little spike, and then it starts to explode.
Yeah. And
the main reason why, and don't quote me on the exact math, I didn't pull this part up, but I think at a 28.99% interest rate, that's like a 2.5% monthly rate.
Yeah.
And most credit cards, the minimum payment's 2%.
Yeah.
So you're automatically negative amortization. Your
principal is just growing. Yeah.
Yeah. And so now you're capitalizing interest, and you end up, right? Like in this weighted average, with all of that debt, you're paying almost 22%.
That's insane.
On things.
But people are worried about what rate on their mortgage?
Exactly. They're worried about a 3.5% interest rate, or adjusting from the 3.5 to a 6.
Because that saves you $120. But you're just slowly falling into this.
And you just drift because you're just making these minimum payments. And then it's like, I keep seeing all these things about, 30-year mortgage is a ripoff. It's a hack. It's a piece, it's the banks are making all of this money. Well, it's a 30-year debt instrument.
Yeah.
There's going to be interest on it. You're paying interest for 30 years. I promise you that if you put half of that interest, like you use the rule of 72, you can figure out pretty quick that credit cards are an even bigger racket because you're not even amortizing that debt half the time.
Yeah.
And you just end up roped into this thing, and then you end up making other poor decisions, chincing on insurance, right? Because I'm going to save $25 here.
Yeah.
You guys are going through health, like you guys obviously sell Medicare and all these supplements, and you have people that, all right, maybe I'm just going to go wildcat here and maybe not have proper health insurance,
or have a huge deductible health insurance, and then what? Then you have appendicitis.
Yeah, or same thing with your house or a car too, right? Like, oh, look at this. Oh, I got to have 15,000. I got 15 grand out of pocket before the insurance company starts to pay.
Yeah,
all to save $12.
That's wild.
So what goes on is you just end up in this trap, and then you're just convinced that because you have that 3 or 3.5% interest rate on your house, that like you don't want to touch that.
Mm-hmm.
But I promise you that we can wrap that in and probably knock that. We could definitely get your blended rate under a 21.9 on these things, whether it's a HELOC. So, a line of credit, it's adjustable. Right now, most of those things are tied. The rate's tied to prime. So it's prime plus 3, looking somewhere in the high 9s likely on there. But it's interest only for the first 5 years usually. Give you a little breather on cash flow, and then if you're disciplined, you can knock it out quick. We have a closed on second mortgage. I'm doing one of those right now for somebody. The 20-year fixed payment, fixed rate. The guy he looked at it and he's actually buying a lake house and a boat.
Wow.
And I was like, well, if you looked at boat financing, like you're going to see that boat financing is going to be more expensive than the second. Like, if we're going to take money out to put the down payment on the lake house, we might as well take the money out to buy the boat too while we're at it. Just knock it out one swoop. And it was pretty competitive rate. Like, we don't want to get too in the weeds on what interest rates were, but it was below 9.
Yeah.
We see everyone ending up in these traps, and you're just so focused on this. And then the last one I wanted to bring up, and I didn't put it up on didn't pull it up, but we've talked, and we'll share this letter that one of our clients got the other day. We talked about, and Tony Minadero on the show has talked about it a lot, like the programs that come out and these offers and these situations. So clients, previous clients did one of these COVID adjustments and deferments on their mortgage during 2020.
Yeah.
The parents pass away. They get, the state closes out, life insurance, all that stuff. They go to pay off their house, and they get a letter from HUD that says they owe $49,000 more dollars.
Yeah.
That, just imagine that. Like, you thought your house was paid off.
Yeah. And
you thought you finally did, you're already in a shit mood, right? Your parents passed. Like, you go through that stuff, and then you get a letter from HUD that says that you have 45 days to pay $49,000.
Oh my goodness. These
programs, again, they're just traps. Like, you're going to forget about what you did 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I forget what I did 10 minutes ago. That's why my Costco bill keeps going up, because of, hey, look at this. Oh, I forgot I put another bag of that Snake River Farms. It is great beef jerky.
I've never had it.
It was really expensive, and it's now down to like $15.99 a bag. Which
There's
is pretty
nothing like good beef jerky, but like if I have to chew it so long that my jaw gets sore, I give up.
Then you got to go to the dentist.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't have to chew that stuff. It's solid. Highly recommend.
Moist. I say?
Very moist. don't. But that's really it. Like, we just got to figure out these budget things so that you're not making these decisions.
Yeah.
Where you're going to chintz on other things, right? You guys, you're going through the whole Medicare stuff, and you guys sell those. I don't even know. I'm not old enough for that stuff, but all that supplement stuff.
Yeah. Most of that's just about controlling your budget, like we were talking about, and filling the holes Medicare does. But health insurance, all this stuff weaves in. But yeah, not making the decision and just going in uninformed is like, there is the common thread here. It's like, look, just get some people who know what they're doing.
Yeah, and we're happy to talk through it. We have these conversations every week, and we bring up scenarios like, again, you can why pay 21.9% on 3/4 or your whatever half of your debt load. Like we can clean that up and get you out of that. The other thing, like if you look at it, if you had a $48,000 credit card, at 28% interest, and you want to actually like start to pay that off over 48 months, you're going to be paying $1,900 a month on that. And most of it goes towards interest again. So the 30-year mortgage, I don't think is as big of a scam as people think it is. And the other
I love it.
The other part is like you're allowed to make early payments on most of these mortgages.
Yeah.
And I've shown clients like, hey, if you make an extra $500 a month on this payment, you'll have this thing paid off in 15 years.
Yeah, I think mortgages, the way people understand them is the biggest misconception in the financial industry, and how they use them and why pay them off. Why? Like, I'll be 95. You can't discriminate on age. Am I wrong?
You cannot.
You can take a 30-year mortgage out at 95 and then go live your life and give the bank your house.
Have a good time with it. We got some easier strategies for that too, with like reverse mortgage.
Yeah.
And, lines of credit that keep on growing. But yeah, that's a mortgage, unfortunately, Latin is death pledge. But there you go. Just do it when you're 95.
Bingo.
There's this, again, having conversations, not chinsing on insurance. We know it's going to be talking about insurance too. It's about to be really cold.
Yeah.
Recommendations to people.
Yeah, I would. So this is a big deal. A lot of times older buildings, when I say older, I mean like built before the 90s, they would actually put like pipes on the outside, exterior walls and things like that. Open up those cabinets, make sure those things aren't like frozen, because that's a big deal. And you won't find out until it thaws, and then you'll be at work and that little pinhole leak turns into a bigger thing and it's a problem. So just be careful with that.
All right. Anything else?
That's all I got.
All right. Well, you guys know how to reach Adam. Adam, the fancy sport coat these days. Obviously, I think we've tried to bring it up and like, I don't know, not address it, but advertise it. Like, you guys have financial planning product. This is not just homeowner. Adam is not just homeowners insurance and car insurance.
Yeah, we do financial planning. We have advisory. We have mutual funds. We can't say a lot about it on here, but give us a ring. We'd love to help you.
All right. That's it. We'll see you guys next Wednesday.
I'm done. Cut the show.